What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're going to be jumping into some kind of cool. How I became a Hollywood actor, the Dust Giant. I'm all about learning about somebody new, especially hearing kind of a story. I'm definitely down to hear how somebody became, kind of accomplished their dream, I guess. Maybe, if it was his dream. You know what I mean? But getting to become a Hollywood actor, you got to go through a lot of stuff. There's so many people that go to Hollywood and fail way more than go to Hollywood and succeed. That's why I legitimately, Hollywood's one of those places that I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of, but I know that a lot of dreams are built there, but a lot of dreams are torn down there as well. Olivier Richters, also called the Dust Giant, the tallest bodybuilder in the damn world. All right, let's jump in. Let's learn something. If you guys enjoy it, definitely go show the Dust Giant some love on his channel. We're already subscribed. We've already hit the like button. I hope you're going to do the same. It's down inside the description with the original video link. Let's go. Oh, time out. This one's coming at us thanks to Robert. Much love, Robert. I appreciate it. Oh, hold on. I've actually have seen this dude in movies.
Do you want to know how I became an actor? This is my story.
Yeah, this is gonna be badass.
My story already starts when I was a baby. I was born 60 centimeters in length, while an average baby is 50 centimeters. I was even born too early and too big for the incubator. On the age of 14, I reached a height of 2 meters, a head taller than my teachers. So I really wanted to know how tall I would become. They made an X-ray photo in the hospital and they estimated a length of 2 meter 10. Well,
2 meter 10?
on the age of 17, I was 2 meter 10 and fully grown at the age of 19 with 2 meter 18 and 7 foot 2. They were wrong. Being 2 meter 18 at the age of 19 made me very insecure.
I believe it. Like, legit, we don't think about things like that. We think about people that are born, you know, with some sort of physical handicap, some sort of deformity. They all go through these problems, and or born with Down syndrome, or born with some sort of mental handicap. They're going to endure some hardships throughout life. It's just a simple fact of having that kind of condition. We don't oftentimes think about height as a negative condition. Honestly, we don't think about those people that are so tall that maybe it hurts their joints, or so tall that everybody around you makes fun of you. Like, we don't think about that targeting when it comes to just the topic of height. Weight, sure. Physical attraction, physical attractiveness, absolutely, because of society pushing out what is supposed to be beautiful, etc., etc. But that's one that I honestly can say that I've never really thought about. How hard tall people must have it. They must have it just as hard as the people of the opposite end of the spectrum that are shorter than everybody else.
I mean, the first reason is that people just couldn't stop staring at me wherever I went. And the second reason is that because I was growing 4 centimeters a month, I was so skinny that when I looked in the mirror, it felt like a curse. I wasn't happy. I mean, I knew that I couldn't change people staring at me, but I could do something about this body. I didn't go to the gym to become a bodybuilder, but I wanted to follow the lifestyle of a bodybuilder, to see changes in the mirror, to become more happy about how I looked. I just needed information how to start. I started reading books, I started reading bodybuild forums, I even watched Jay Cutler eating all his meals and followed his lifestyle. And it started a journey of 8 years of training and eating. And wow. From year to year, in those 8 years, I gained 70 kilos.
70
when I reached
kilos.
the weight of 150 kilos, I looked in the mirror and I think I broke that curse. I was happy about how I looked.
Wow. That right there, we're only 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, and we've already heard his overcoming story. How he decided to put his mind, focus it on where he wanted to be, There's a lot of us that look in the mirror and we're not happy with ourselves. But there's also a lot of us that aren't willing to do what it takes to make ourselves happy. Which is terribly sad. Like, legitimately, if there's something that you want, if you want to have a better body, if you want to have a healthier lifestyle, we know that there are things that we could do. It just takes having that discipline and that drive to be able to get yourself there. Obviously, he wasn't happy enough with himself that he decided, hey, I need to make a change.
The bigger I got, the more food I needed. I mean, I was eating 7 times a day and preparing 7 meals every day. I was spending a lot of time in the kitchen and I didn't want it anymore. Well, lucky me, I had a family member that worked in a meat factory. They were making ready-to-eat chicken dices and I just put them in my freezer in portions of 200 grams. And when my gym friends heard about it, they all wanted it. And that was the start of Muscle Meat because they were buying it every weekend from my house. Now, 6 years later, I have over 250 products that are convenient, good in pricing, healthy, clean, and shipping to Germany, Netherlands, Belgium. So basically, I created my own online supermarket.
I'm saying people over here kill for healthy meals. This looked like something right here.
I always had my own food with me wherever I went. It just brought my bodybuilding to a whole new level. Muscle Meat was such an important step in my life to becoming an actor. It gave me time off. I mean, if I had an office job, I just couldn't go to a casting or to recording for TV.
Unfortunately, a lot of people go through that too, where you have a dream or you have goals that you would like to achieve, but that real life 9 to 5, working every day to pay the bills, totally can get in the way. 100%. That could keep people from accomplishing their dreams. Because until you get somewhere with the other thing, there's not really much to be made from it. Like, you're kind of dangling out there. You need some sort of income to sustain yourself. It's a very, very kind of back and forth. Not a very good one either.
And because I was my own boss, I could plan my own time. I signed up for 6 free agencies online in the Netherlands and just waited, and I got a few calls. You know, one was for a soap in the Netherlands, Good Times, Bad Times. I did a commercial called Road Guard for an insurance company. I was on Comedy Central for a commercial. I even got a part as Lurch from the Addams Family for a comedy show on TV. And the thing about these types of roles is that I got experience behind the camera. And the more experience I got, the more fun it became. But it was all very small, no lines, and I wanted to do more. And then it happened. I got a phone call from Tall People Club Netherlands that Nina Goldcasting, which is a very famous agency in the UK, was looking for the new Chewbacca for Star Wars. And Chewbacca is like a 7'2", bear. I don't know how to describe it. But it was Star Wars. I mean, a movie. I could do a casting for a movie. I did a casting, I sent a video, and 2 weeks later I got a phone call telling me that Disney did not pick me because I was too broad in my shoulders, and they didn't. And Chewbacca's very slim, so they didn't want a bodybuilding Chewbacca, which makes sense. But
I'm saying Chewbacca had been a bodybuilder, it would have been a whole different movie.
I got hunger for movies. I mean, I was applying for a movie that went worldwide, and that was the moment I realized, damn, I need to continue this. Maybe I can get into movies and be on the white screen. So I set myself a new goal. I want to be in a movie released worldwide in the cinemas. And the first thing I did was look at my competition. Are there any giants out there who are acting? And I found around 8 of them. For example, we have Martin Ford, Hafner Bjornsson, Ian White, Spencer Wilding, Nathan Jones, just 8 of them. And I looked at all of them and I thought, wow, I'm actually bigger than all of them. So I got that going for me. So what I didn't understand is how these giants got into these movies. I mean, you can't find them on Google, so how did they apply for such a role? I thought I had this brilliant idea. I'm gonna write every casting director I can find in the credits of the movies and show them how big I am. But that didn't work at all. I sent around 8 emails to 8 famous casting directors, but none of them replied. Not even a no, thank you for your email, nothing. So I called one of them, and a woman, I got on the phone and she said, well sir, we get around 3,000 emails a day. This is not how it works. And before I could ask anything, I heard beep, beep, beep. Yes, I needed a new plan. So a few weeks later, I met Richard Weissman.
Talk about not giving up, though. Talk about making sure that you're actually staying on track. Even when you reach these stumbling blocks, even when somebody says something, he said, all right, I got to figure out a different way to do it. That's a mentality everybody needs to have, 100%. Let's go.
He was a scout for the WWE, but also had a background in movies, in finances. And I got to talk to him, and he had this idea, why don't you go to the Cannes Film Festival? You're 7'2", people are going to see you, and it's all about movies there. So I went to France, Cannes Film Festival, with a man I just met. And we had 4 amazing days. I mean, we met directors, producers, I even got to walk on the red carpet. But when we got back, never had any calls, emails. Yeah.
His life honestly seems like a whole series of ups and downs. Like, where most of the people would have given up, he realized that he had to persevere, that he had to get through it. Like, he really wanted this. Seen other people that got it, he knew it was achievable.
So I still had 0 success. So Richard had a new plan. A meeting with Mike Medavoy. One of his old contacts made it possible. I flew over to Los Angeles. I got into a room with the Mike Medavoy. And if you don't know him, he's a producer of Terminator 2, Shutter Island, maybe one of the biggest producers in Hollywood. Such an opportunity. And I talked to him for 1 hour. I told him everything. I showed him my little things I did in Holland. And he was really honest with me. He said, Oliver, I see you got talent, you have something special with your body. I think it can work, but I really have to see that you can act in movies. I want you to go back to Europe, show up in some B movies, send it over to me, and maybe I can work them with you, but I can't put you on the spot here in Hollywood if I don't know if you can act. So it wasn't a yes, it wasn't a no.
I mean, that's not him giving up.
I still met Mike Medavoy, one of the big producers. So I had mixed feelings when I went home, but I was, of course, very happy. And I had a great time in Los Angeles. I met all kinds of people, like Kenneth Moger and Bradley Martin. It was great, but at the end, again, I got back to the Netherlands.
Jesus, that guy is strong.
And I was still nowhere. I didn't want to give up. And I came up with my final plan. Together with my girlfriend, I went to Comic-Con Utrecht. And for a special reason, because Spencer Wilding was there, one of the giants I talked earlier about. He was playing Darth Vader, being 2 meters. And I just wanted to ask him, how did you do it? I went up to him, we talked, and we had such an amazing conversation. And at the end he said, Oliver, listen, I think you're a great guy, and I don't see you as competition because you're so much taller, you would probably get other parts. Send me your portfolio and I'll pass them around and maybe something happens for you. Like,
hey,
wow.
Any opportunity is an opportunity. Like, it doesn't matter how small. It could be a little mouse hole of a door. It's a door. Put your foot in it.
You know, that was such a nice thing for him to say and do. And he really did it, because 2 weeks after, I got a phone call from Peter Bedrero. And Peter Bedrero is a stunt coordinator. He's, look on IMDb, I mean, Fast and Furious, Harry Potter, Star Wars. His list is ongoing. And he called me and he said, Oliver, I'm working on this horror movie and we need a giant over here who smacks everybody around in a crazy scene. And I said, yes, I got the job. I was so happy because I tried so many things, flew all over the world just to get in a movie. And finally that moment was there. I was going to play in a movie, but it didn't end there. I went to Pinewood Studios where the film was recorded. Peter Bedrero learned me so much in 2 weeks. And I got that first experience in the movie, but it wasn't a movie that was going to appear in the cinema. And that was my goal, getting into a cinema movie worldwide. I talked to Peter and he said, Oliver, you need to continue this road. There's something about you, you're gonna do it. And gave me so much motivation because I had such a big background in big movies. And if somebody like that tells you that, that lights up the fire in you. I got to talk to Marcia. She's one of the lead actresses in the movie. And she said, you don't have an agent? I said, no. Why? I mean, I'm doing this all on my own. And she said, well, you need an agent. Casting directors are not talking to actors. It's just not how it works. I said, okay. And immediately she said, maybe I can do a good word for you at my agent. And I was like, yes, please. yes, please do it. I didn't say it to her, but that's what I was thinking, of course. 2 weeks after, her agent called me. Jason Marshall, a guy with 25 years of experience in movies like X-Men, and he didn't have a giant yet in the portfolio, and I needed an agent, at least that's what Marshall told me. So he told me that he would be looking for castings where they need someone tall. He would send them over to me and I would just upload the video and then we see what happens. 1 week.
Dude got me over here getting all choked up for him. This might be one of the most inspiring damn stories of all time. Just of drive and of the things that can happen if you put the right foot forward. If you reach out and grab the opportunities that every new day offers.
A week later, I got an email from him for Men in Black. Like, I couldn't believe that. I read the title, Men in Black. Like, the first movie he gets a casting is Men in Black, okay. I recorded the video with my girlfriend. I showed it to my family and everybody approved it. Sent it to Jason. Jason liked it. And then 2 weeks later we heard I didn't get the part. But I did hear who got the part. It was Spencer Wilding, the Darth Vader who gave me a chance on Comic-Con. So that was the best guy to lose to. I mean, who else do I want to lose to? It was just such a coincidence that he also was.
That's freaking awesome.
Casting.
Small
and then
world.
1 week later I got another casting for a cinema movie. It was Maleficent 2 with Angelina Jolie. Like, what is this agent? He's giving me 2 movies in 2 weeks' time. I uploaded the video, but I didn't get the part. Actually, nobody got the part because the role got scraped. But the positive thing was the casting director did see me, so it was still a win. Yeah, and then another casting. 1 week after Maleficent 2,
Holy
I got a
crap.
casting for Kingsman.
He picked the right agent.
And I'm like, this agent is insane. Okay, thank you, Jason. Jason told me I had to fly over to England the next day and only bring my gym clothes with me as a preparation for the casting. I flew over, I went in the room, people were training, doing stunts, and one man came up to me and I recognized him from IMDb. This is the stunt coordinator, also from 300 and Wonder Woman and so many other great movies. And I was happy, but also scared, and I'm like, whoa, is this guy going to check me out, how I do my casting? And yes, he was, because he told me, hi Oliver, nice to meet you. Today we're going to video 8 scenes with you. You're going to do kickboxing, weapon fighting, ground fighting. You're going to act that you're being beat up. We're doing
I don't want to ground fight that dude.
We're going to see if you have a learning experience or that you can learn new things. And he just kept going on like, okay. First thing he asked is, do you need to warm up? And I was like, yes. And there was a reason for that. I want to get fully pumped before I got into all those videos. You know, that's a bodybuilding thing, getting the blood flow and look at your foodist. So I warmed up, I got back. We did all those 8 videos and I was so tired. I mean, my bodybuilding trainings normally take an hour and this casting took me 4 hours. I was devastated. They totally killed me. I didn't show it, but they obliterated me. He didn't say if I did well. I think I did well, but they didn't say anything. I flew back, and I didn't...
Listen, I don't give a damn if I'm hooked to a harness or not. I don't know if I want this man throwing me across the room.
I didn't hear anything for 4 weeks. And I'm not somebody that's going to give up, but, you know, then, okay. I waited for 4 weeks, and I said to my girlfriend, okay, I'm going to stop looking at my email. I was looking 5 times at my email to hope some message from Kingsman. And then in week 5, my agent called, you got the part. Like, no fucking way. I mean, it was 2 o'clock, he called me awake. I was running in the room like a girl screaming. I was so happy. This whole journey I told you guys finally led to a worldwide cinema movie, and it was Kingsman. Not just some movie, it was Kingsman. And guess what? Later I found out that the day after the casting they already knew that they wanted me. But 5 weeks after, somebody at Kingsman said, "Hey, did anyone tell Oliver that he got the part?" And he said, no. So they knew the day after that I got the part, but they forgot to tell me and my agent. I waited for 5 weeks. I think it's hilarious, and I'm not putting it against them, but that were some heavy 5 weeks for me. Looking at my email like every 5 minutes. And it was one of the best moments in my life, you know. It was such a long journey and everything I wanted to, yeah. I'm stumbling at my words because I get these emotions when I think about it. And sorry guys, I had to take a moment because it was such a crazy journey for me getting into Kingsman. And the story didn't stop there. It continued to Marvel. And if you want to follow that journey, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel or go to my Instagram, The Dutch Giant.
He would eat Kevin Hart. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. How I became a Hollywood actor, the Dutch Giant. What a damn inspiring story. I'm not even a dad. He got me feeling over here like a proud parent. Legitimately, push yourself. It might get hard at times. It might seem damn near impossible at times. You might go up and down and up and down again. But eventually you're going to get to where you want to be if you try hard enough. If you get yourself in with the right group of people. All it takes is one person of power believing in you. Like, legitimately grab a hold of these opportunities that come your way, no matter what it is. Relationship, life, career. Grab it up. Because life is only what you make it to be. 100%. You create your own happiness. You create your own world. If you guys enjoyed it, go show the Dutch Giant some love. I damn sure enjoyed it. We already subbed up. We already hit the like button. Inspiring as hell. Hit the like button here if you liked it. The dislike button if you decided to check out the other video up there. One of these guys up here. Until the next one, highly combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.